Today I'm going to demonstrate how to weave glass. You can use anything for a mold that will tolerate the temperature fired in the kiln, but for this demonstration I'm going to use stainless steel molds manufactured by Master Artisan. Here's the different molds I'll be using for this project. I've decided to make a woven tray that's 16 inch by 12 inch. I've cut out 16-inch long strips and set them out in the pattern I want to create. I'm using iridescent glass, and because I want the iridescent side facing up on all the pieces, and some pieces will be flipped over to make the weave, I'm reversing every second strip. The molds are set out in the kiln shelf. I'm using pre-cut pieces of glass set between each mold to be sure the mold strips are all parallel, and I'm just going to straighten them to make sure that they're all in position. Now it's ready to load the strips. I've pre-cut strips of kiln paper to set onto the metal strips so that the glass won't stick to the metal. I purposely cut them slightly shorter than the metal strip so it's easy to be sure that they're centered. You don't want to have these wide enough that they'll catch on each other when the glass folds down. If you prefer, you can use kiln wash, but the thin fire is big. I'm laying the strips of glass I cut along the mold to be slumped, taking care to leave a space between each one so that when the glass is heated up enough to slump, they don't tack fuse together. I don't have enough mold strips to do all of the glass strips in one firing, so I'll have to do half in this firing and half in another firing. Take the spacers out carefully, taking care not to disturb the positioning of the mold pieces. Now it's ready to load in the kiln to fire. Here's all the woven strips made on the molds. Now they're all laid out in the pattern that I want. I'm going to take every second one and turn it over, reverse it, and you can see on this one why I previously told you to put the iridescent down. This, when I turn it over, now the iridescent is up. Notice too that on the iridescent ones, they didn't slump as much as the non-iridescent. You can always trust the glass to slump tight along the molds, but not the iridescent, because the metallic finish restricts the slump and you won't get as full of a weave slump as you would on the regular glass. I'm just going to slide them all together into the pattern. And I've pre-cut some test pieces just to test the size. So before I start putting the cross weaves through, I want to confirm that they fit. So I pre-cut this scrap piece, and here I've confirmed that it does fit. Okay, and then again with this one, I've confirmed that it fits and slides through. So now I will start putting all the cross pieces through. Okay, these last ivory pieces, I've had to make them a lot narrower than I'd originally hoped they would be because the iridescent glass didn't slump as tightly as I wanted it to. To add extra decoration, I'm going to put a bunch of little red stringers in here. Adds another nice little extra color to it. There's the final assembly with all of the little red stringers and a strip of black noodles added on for decoration. It's now ready to go into the kiln. Here's the finished weave, perfectly tack fused. Now I'm going to load it onto the mold and fire that to slump it into the shape that I want. Here's the finished slumped weave, just come out of the kiln. I'll just take it off the mold.